This vehicle is a 2005 Dodge Caravan. Actually, it's a Plymouth Town and Country, or Chrysler Town and Country, but it's the same vehicle. It came in because only one wiper blade was operating. The driver's side was not working. To get to that, you need to first take the wiper blades off. The wiper blades, this one's apart, but I'm going to kind of run through it. The wiper blade sits here, and the nut is covered by this plastic piece. A little screwdriver pops that out, exposes a nut, which is a 15 millimeter nut, takes that off, and then I used a small puller. This is actually a small tie rod end puller, fits underneath the wiper, pops that wiper blade right off real easy. It's not very hard, and there's other ways you can do it by pounding on things, but everything on this car is made of plastic, so if you have a puller or you go to your local AutoZone, you can rent one for just a few dollars. A small tie rod end puller takes that off. Now once you get that off, there's a panel covering this whole area, and of course you got to pull the wiper off on the opposite side. Now the panel I have off here, once you remove the wiper arms, you'll see these little Phillips, looks like Phillips screws, but you'll notice that one of the points has an arrow, and the arrow is usually pointing up. These are little hooks. I'll show you the back side. They're little hooks, and you need to turn those 90 degrees to release those hooks. Once you have the hooks released, then you have some T25 Torx bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you take those 6 bolts out. Also, the washer hose needs to come loose. You'll see the washer hose comes out the bottom, and it connects over here to a hose that right here. So take that loose, and then that whole cover comes off. Now what I found when I got there was that this linkage rod was removed, and so I popped it back on, but quickly noticed that all these nuts were missing, and they were laying down in the tray on both sides, but also you'll notice that the plastic brackets are broken out. So the only fix for this is to order the whole wiper and linkage assembly, and it comes with everything but these outer pieces, and they'll snap right on to the new piece. AutoZone has it for, I think it's $75 plus a core charge, and it's not too hard to put in. You're going to remove these brackets out of your way, and you're going to move these bracket bolts, or nuts rather, and then that whole assembly should lift right out and a new one drop right in. There is one connection down here. It has first you have to pop out the little red clasp, just push it out, and then you can push down on the tab right here, and that connector will come right off. So it's not a difficult fix. Probably about $400 if you go to the dealership and have it fixed. But you can do this in a couple hours pretty easy. And the only thing you want to pay attention to is just that you put everything back the way you found it. So there you go. That's the wiper fix. Another thing to think about on a Town and Country or a Dodge is if these are broken, another thing that causes them to break is when this motor mount down here on the front of the engine breaks. And I have yet to check this one, but that's where I'll go next, because when it breaks and you do a hard takeoff, the motor will lift up and slam right against this panel. And so it often breaks those during that process. So if you have this failure, make sure you check the forward motor mount, which is right between the radiator and the exhaust manifold on the bottom down there. Alright, good luck to you. Again, it's a 2005 Chrysler Town Country minivan.